Cincinnati is a city that's, you know what I mean, being controlled by frequencies that promote death.
Broadcasting from Cincinnati, Ohio, it's The Basement Show. Music producer, Randolph, high status, Smith. Our co-host, comedian, below, so amazing. And the Basement Show players, comedian Dennis Chamberlain, comedian Miss Good Cookie, creative media artist Boris T-Rex Thornburg, producer Richard Altman, created and hosted by Lee Zellars. Now, on with the show.
Cincinnati is a city that's, you know what I mean, being controlled by.
What up, Cincinnati? You know what it is. It's your boy, High Status, and welcome to the Basement Show. Filling in for Miss Flo So Amazing, we got my girl, Miss Good Cookie. You know what it is. Yeah. And last but not least, it's the man with the master plan. It's your boy, Lee Zellars. Check it out. I mean, don't let it die out. But Facebook, that's what's happening. That's where we at. Basement Show 38. Go on Facebook. Check us out. I had to go back to the MySpace thing because originally, that's where this whole show kicked off at. Back when MySpace ruled the social media world. Then Facebook came along. And people at MySpace were like, damn, son of a bitch. We had this shit. I'm gonna make you mad. Shit like that happened. You running your shit. You the king. You on top. And some motherfucker come along and like, not today. You're out of here. What's up, everybody? Glad that y'all can join us.
Yeah.
Glad we got peoples hanging out.
Yeah.
Yes, we got talent in the house. We got fans. We got all kind of folks hanging out in the Basement Show. In my little basement where we broadcast this. Beneath the streets somewhere in Cincinnati. Somewhere. Can't tell you where. Because then you be knocking on my door like, hey, I can tap dance. So, this is kind of like a sort of special show. In the sense that I've been doing this for like 4 years, kind of off and on-ish. And we've had like 3 hosts, which were all good. But we never could get to that 4th episode. Kind of stuck that 4th episode. This makes the 4th one.
Yeah.
And because it makes the 4th one, you know what that calls for? Shots.
It's a celebration.
Celebrate. We love to celebrate on the Basement Show.
Celebration.
Yes, we do.
What you got this time?
What I got in here, it's a little mixture. I think you're gonna like this.
All right.
It's kind of, sort of reminiscing of something we had on here once before, not long ago.
I'm over here geek too. It's a super smile. Look.
Now let me spill nothing on the equipment. I already
too late.
did. Well, I'm shaking. I'm shaking because I'm excited about the guests we got on, which we got some fine talent on the Basement. We always got fine talent on here.
Yeah.
And it's different too. It ain't even the same old that you'd expect.
Because that's what we do here. We just bring you the finest.
Oh yeah.
Let me just sit this over here. And let me come out of this before I start sweating. We went over that the last time about it's cool to perspire, but it's not cool to sweat unless You got somebody bent over in a doggy position. Yeah, I had to go there. Preferably for me, it's female. I don't know about anybody else. Hey, whatever you want, that's your thing. Do your thing. Whatever you want to do. That floats your boat. That's right. So, we have had a lot of stuff. We got to do these shots first. We got to get this in.
Definitely.
For the 4th show, straight in a row.
Yes, sir.
Flo, Miss Cookie, I'm sorry about that, but I'm looking over and I'm like, where's Flo? Flo's not here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink.
We've had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff happening in the news. We've had some very tragic stuff happening in the news. We lost a great hip hop, I wouldn't say a great rapper, but he was like a trendsetter in some ways. It was a trend that never quite caught on with the pants turned backwards. But yeah, Chris Cross.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Foley.
Boy, drugs, man. That's what they said.
Is that what the?
It was a cocaine, heroin overdose. So he must have been probably dealing with a lot of stuff in his life, and God bless his family and rest in peace. This other thing, and I don't want to bum everybody out, but sometimes you just got to touch on stuff that's happening in the world because it's important. This guy in Cleveland, he rescued, 3 young ladies who were being held captured for like 10 years. Then a guy who happened to be chilling out back eating a Big Mac looks over, like he said, a pretty white girl started running towards him, and he was like, hey, only time you see something like something's wrong. And he dealt with it. He's a hero.
Is he a hero?
Don't you think he's a hero?
Charles
Ramsey.
Charles Ramsey.
Had to get you together there. Sorry about that. Charles Ramsey, hero.
God bless him.
Now, this is what I'm worried about. Because America, I'll say not just America media. Don't do this to the brother. He's a hero. You build him up. Then you start going in his background. See, he got some child support issues. See, he ain't paid some tickets.
Abuse.
Maybe he slapped a girl around a couple times, and then all of a sudden he's no longer a hero, and then he's ridiculed. Don't do that to him. Let him enjoy his moment. Let him enjoy his Big Mac.
And he don't want the reward.
And he don't even want the reward.
Right.
Because I don't want mine.
I think
I need
$50.
I mean, if he could have got just a few dollars, he probably could get, his hair done better or something. His stuff was, something.
Yeah.
Some dental insurance.
He gonna be all right. Obamacare, make sure you get that when it comes through. Jump on that. Jump on that Obamacare, and make sure it's in the phone. And vote. Well, it's cool. He's out. It's good for the next 4. So what's going on in the entertainment world? What else is happening?
Okay, so
we got?
On that, I'm looking here. We got The Great Gatsby. Most of us have read that in high school. At least my age. I don't know about you. We got, The Great Gatsby came out last weekend, and it's Leo DiCaprio, and it looks like Tobey Maguire. Beyonce's in it. But speaking of Beyonce, we've got Jay-Z produced the soundtrack to The Great Gatsby.
Well, I ain't heard it. I haven't seen the movie, and I don't really know a lot about The Great Gatsby. I've heard of it, but I never read the book. Have you?
No, but speaking of Jay-Z, Foxy Brown came out with a tell-all book.
Oh.
And she named the Jigga Man as liking more than just females.
See, I got, it's a lot of people be hating on Jay. This Illuminati thing. Illuminati, call me. We need some money. He didn't see that. Yeah, but I mean, the guy is like a brilliant talent. And I think sometimes when you get on a certain level, people want to say whatever about you. They want to tie you in with Illuminati. I just think that he's just like a guy who just happened to be fortunate enough, got into the rap game, didn't spend all his money on homes and cars. He invested in some, I think he's like a part owner of what basketball team is that? Miami Heat or something like that? Jersey Nets? Yeah, so I think he's a great rapper. So now he just kind of want to go out and do soundtracks to movies that I don't know if we're going to see it. I haven't seen it.
Probably won't. Well, I like Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leo's the man.
Yeah, he's good.
Leo's the man.
So,
What?
we got one other thing though, and I just seen this. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian was trying to avoid paparazzi, and he ran straight into a wrong way metal street sign and bust his head. I mean, bing! But yeah, this is
Then he
news,
wanted to fight the
entertainment.
paparazzi because he did it
So,
himself.
They were
right.
trying to avoid and get away from paparazzi, and he ran into a wrong way street sign. And I'm looking at his head right now.
And it looks pretty jacked up.
Oh, his head is gashed.
Maybe it wasn't the paparazzi he was trying to get away from. Maybe it was Kim. He's like, Kim, because Ray J got the song out about I Hit It First, and he probably having some issues with that.
I just
Probably
seen-
questioning, is that my baby?
I just seen on TMZ that Kanye and Ray J had a fight.
Oh, did they?
That's what I saw.
Like Ray J could take it, I think Ray J can keep that ass. What do y'all think? Y'all think
Ray J put the man.
You
Ray
saying
J's
no?
3'7" though. I'm
Ooh.
not
No,
sure.
Ray J got skills.
Ray J like he got
I've seen
skills.
him. He got fights.
So,
Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day weekend,
Yeah.
man, gotta do that stuff for moms. Gotta do it for the moms. Father's Day comes up. All he gets is the big chicken. The big breast that's left in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna be waking up in a new Bugatti. I'll be waking up, like I said, clean pair of drawers. I'm lucky. We got a great show for this 4th episode, which is sort of like a celebration. Celebration. Celebration.
Like I said
Celebration.
last week, man, I gotta like be able to perform on here.
Yeah.
Some people just like to celebrate over everything. If they flush the toilet.
I'll drink to that. Cheers for flushing of a toilet.
Clink, 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 clink.
Yes. You know what? I need my yield. Yielding. Yes, it is true. The Basement Show host is an alcoholic. Here's to all the alcoholics out there. This one's for you.
Cheers to you.
We got talent on the Basement Show, which we always do. We always got fantastic talent on the Basement Show. Give it up for my girl, spoken words artist, Gifted is in the house. We got this cold musician. This dude, man, I like. See, do you get into the blues and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love that. We got a cold musician in the house. He gonna come on. He gonna go on the Basement Show stage, on our performance stage, do his thing. Willie Dennison is up in the house. Yeah. So, what I need for y'all to do, I need for y'all to check us out on Facebook, Basement Show 38. Go to our Twitter, Basement Show 38, and just Google Basement Show 38. Google it, cause we out there like that.
Oh yes.
Let's go to our break and come back and check us out on the Basement Show.
Bitch officers around here somewhere. Keep a close eye out.
Straight, da. Under fire! Move! Move! You alright? One of my greatest moments. The fucking ambush! Calling fucking HQ! Calling HQ! HQ! We need support now! I missed one, he's at the 12 block! Got it! Yeah, no!
Alpha team, support's on the way.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. Ooh, it's raining men.
Rambo! We penetrated bitch off these crew. We need you to get in there deep now! Stop it! Virgin. Good job, Ski. Thanks, Rambo. You sure know how to get your man. That's alright, sweetie. Are you ready to talk?
Your mother could not talk with my cock in her mouth.
Oh, motherfucker. Hey, let me get some of that.
Bunch of pussies.
Tell us what we want to know.
It's 12 inches and you can't have it.
Man, give us some fucking information.
Just shove it in your own ass, why don't you?
You know what? Fuck this. Call him in.
That's nice. I like that. It's a nice little vibe there.
A little shit. Analyze.
Analyze the guy to do all our beats.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Analyze for doing your thing. Analyze. Did you make someone that's a little, gotta show some recognition. So, I want to bring on this very talented spoken words artist. She is one of the members of the Coochie Chronicles.
Wow.
Yeah. Give it up for my girl, Gifted.
Come on, baby.
Right. Yeah. I am gifted. Gifted by the one that allows me to take paper to pen from the words that trickle in my mind, down my tongue and my lips, and past your ears. I'm gifted. Today I bring you Hard On. Hard Ons. Hard Ons. Once they come, there's only one thing that you can do. Sit back and sip your coffee. For the hard-ons are gonna come whether you like it or not. For when the hard-ons comes, when the blood rushes through its veins, you just grab hold of something for support because it's gonna take over a space that was never meant. It's gonna take over a space that was meant for something else. So when the hard-on comes, I've stopped trying to resist it, deny it, for that would only make it worse. Instead, I let it just run its course, for I know it won't take too long. So when the hard-on comes, I just brace for support, throw my head back, and sip my coffee. See, the hard-on is gonna come whether you like it or not. Some of them are grand, tall, and strong. Some of them are itty, little, bitty, and petite. Oh, but they all come, they all approach like a quiet storm, taking over a space that was reserved for something else. So when the hard-on comes, don't try to change it, shape it, rearrange it. Just sit back and sip your coffee and ride it out. The hard-ons. All right, take my jacket off for this next.
Okay.
Y'all got to feel me on this one.
Come on.
Some of y'all can feel me on this one. Just close your eyes and put yourself there. Love you, baby. I'm an addict. You keep calling me. The more you reveal what you will do to me, the more I suck you in. I don't have it in me to resist you. So the more you grab hold of me and squeeze tight, you smother my will, 'cause I'm an addict. You are not mine to have or hold, to death do us part. So why do I keep letting you take over me? 'Cause I'm an addict. I don't know when or where or how this cycle will end, but I am an addict. So you keep calling me. And the more you call me, I just suck you in. I taste you on my lips, on my tongue, and sometimes I just suck you right on in.
Have mercy.
Suck you right on in and let you all in my body. Squeeze me tighter and smother my will. So I don't know how or when this cycle will ever end, but I know I can break free of you. I have the power to break free. I've been given the power to break free of you. But today, I'm still an addict. So I'll just suck you right on in, 'cause I'm an addict.
All right.
That was hot. As you can see, I'm sweating profusely over here. Oh my God, that was great. Stay tuned. We're going to be back. We're going to talk with Gifted about addict and being sucked in and all of that stuff on the Basement Show. Oh, come over here and have a seat.
Yeah.
Basement Show. YouTube, Facebook, everybody enjoy it. Worldwide, bring him on, my man, Rye G.
For God so loved the world. That's the first one. You be like, if you don't know that, you ain't no Christian for real. You know.
This little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine, goddamn. I mean, I'm gonna let it shine, goddamn. What you like? We going to hell tonight. Look at it. You know, a lot of times when I hit the stage, the laughs, it won't be when you see everybody just cracking up laughing. The laughs, they kind of evolve in the laughter because it's something people got to think about a little bit. And then they get to laughing at it because they realize they're laughing at themselves.
It's one of my favorite songs from my mentor, Gerald Levert. Yeah, I write, produce, I play everything, you know, from keys, bass, guitar, kit, you know, which drums, we call it kit now. Okay. So, and, you know, just set my hand in a little bit of everything. I do scream.
Oh, man, no, you didn't go there. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. See, we the vibe on that. That's like fire right there, you know what I'm saying?
I know what it is.
That was hot. The music was hot.
Yes.
The performance, I was sitting back here, and it was kind of like, you know, I had the suit jacket on earlier, so that's why I was sweating. But then that just kind of like increased it. That was hot.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have this brilliant spoken word artist right here being interviewed on the Basement Show. Gifted. What else do you go by? Let them know your real name. If you want to give your so-called, what they call it, government name.
All right.
I don't like that.
Actually, I go by Gifted whenever I perform. So anything that you see me in, be it the Coochie Chronicle, the Village Walk, or any other shows, you know, that I like today, I did the Stop AIDS, you know, awareness campaign downtown on Finley. Okay. So anything that I perform, I'm Gifted.
Okay.
But my real name is Jacqueline.
Jacqueline's a pretty name.
Thank you.
So, those two poems that you did, what was the, you know, every artist usually sometimes something that kicks us to that area to create something like that. What made you create that? Or was it just something off the top of your head? Oh, I'm going to do something about it, you know. How did that come about?
All right, first, those are my two most requested pieces, so that's why I did them for you, for the basement.
Thank you.
They are requested, especially Hard On.
Thank
And believe it or not, Hard On, as well as I'm Addicted, but I'll start with Hard On. Hard On is talking about hard times. Everyone says that, but it really is. If you think about it, hard times, meaning you can't pay a bill, or, you know, you down on your luck with money. You know, hard times, they take over a space that was meant for something else. Some good times, or, you know, and they bring you down. They always take over a space that was just for something else. And if you try to resist it or deny it, it makes it worse.
All right, well, that's cool.
Hard
Okay.
times.
Hard times. It just changed my
Just
whole perspective. My whole fantasy is gone now.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
That ain't
No, but
bring you
that's
down.
real.
That might be gonna bring you up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go through some hard times to get brought back up and try to keep it. So okay, well, I like that. That's kind of like, you know, something where like you put something out there where people are thinking it's one way,
Exactly.
and it's kind of like,
I do play on words a lot.
yeah, that's
I do.
good. I like that.
To capture.
How did you like that?
You brought it all the way up. What do they say? What do they say nowadays? Turned up. It was turned up.
Turned up.
You put some Viagra on the track.
I love that. I love that.
So the second one, what was the inspiration for?
Wow. You know, I'm an addict. I'm an addict to many things, as people are. And so that's talking about some of the addictions that we have, like smoking, drinking, or any other addictions that we may have. Any addiction, it could even be sex, so you can be addicted to sex. And when you're addicted to something, it grabs hold, it smothers you, you can't control it. And so that's what that piece is about. So you can still have a family.
Why you looking at me like that? I'm an addict to sex too.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
When you
I love it when it takes control of me and smothers me.
It
I'm
smothers
sorry.
you. Yeah.
Where's this show going, people? Keep it clean here. No, but yeah, you're just right though. We have all types of addictions. I mean, it can vary from to the extreme to some stuff that we don't think is like could be dangerous or harmful. You know, like people have addictions to like shopping, and it's like they max out their credit cards and all that stuff because they just can't stop buying. And I know somebody like that. I mean, you can go to this person's house. It's crazy, man. It's
I
like
have a little bit of that in me too.
she got this lady. I'm not gonna say her name, but you know who you are.
Oh, wow.
She got closets with shoes and stuff that she hasn't even worn. She just sees them, likes them, buys them in the closet, and it's about 200 pair. 200 pair.
Wow.
You know who you are.
Okay, good. I'm not that bad.
No. So yeah, so dealing with that, and I'm not gonna go into it, but because that's personal, and he just kind of said what his addiction is. He's sex addict. But you know, you say music is like, and doing this in media and film and all that stuff.
That's right.
I have an addiction to that.
I believe we have lots of addictions. So, because when you said the thing about the shoes, I can relate to that. But the piece of it was about shoes, but then when you said it, so we have lots of addictions.
Now, like, I have to ask, how did you get into doing spoken word? What brought you to this?
I've been writing poetry for a young age, so I've always been writing. I've always loved to write. One of my girlfriends or my boyfriend would make me mad, and I write it down, write something, and I want to write and express myself. So I've always used it to express myself. But probably about 2001, I actually saw a good friend at Cafe Tierras. Lady J is actually who it was, yeah. Saw her, and I'm like, I have stuff. I've written, I'm gonna come and do it. So I did. So, I just started. I have a huge binder of stuff, been writing for years, and just got on stage, and I loved it. It was very freeing. I will tell you that. And then after it became freeing, it became an expression, a way to express myself. And then I became like a voice. Speaking for justice or speaking for whatever. So,
Because like you said, you do other stuff that's like dealing with your talent to like bring attention to certain causes.
Absolutely.
What's some of the ones that you like to sort of focus and get people to pay more attention to as far as certain causes that are close to you?
One of the causes, which is kind of the basis for Coochie Chronicles, is AIDS awareness. So, and believe it or not, it's the basis of Coochie Chronicles. So, while we're on stage talking about women and, what women represent, we're also saying, know your status.
Right.
Get checked because, AIDS is still here.
Right.
So I think media has switched focus on things, but it's still here. It's still in our community. We still are the leading carriers and unknown carriers. One out of 4 people are walking around, they have it and they don't even know it.
I think it's become one of them things too, is like when you had a lot of people like dying from AIDS, and then it was, everybody was like real concerned. You saw it on the news or you saw some celebrity or whatever. And then when they came up, I guess, with certain medication that will allow you to live with AIDS and control it, it became like, oh, well, it won't kill me no more.
Right.
So the attitude towards it has become sort of like,
Absolutely. So that's huge. We do the food store, we've worked with the free, so the food store, you can't even get it out. But to create awareness, hunger. We send food and money to all types of organizations outside of our own communities. And there's hunger right here in our own community. So we like to work locally through the Village Walk with local organizations to help stamp out hunger in our children. And then also for just art, create arts. I shifted really quickly, I know I did, but I'll do that on you. But because that's another passion of mine, it just came to me, stamping out hunger as well. But then we also, arts in our schools for our children. That's really huge because a lot with the economy and this downward spiral turn, that's one of the things that they're getting rid of in our schools, and we need to encourage our children. There was a baby at the AIDS awareness campaign today, and she was just breaking it down, breaking. I was like, get the camera, her parents need to get her in dancing school, you know. So encourage and support the arts. So.
Yeah, and I think that is so important that we do need to, because like you don't even have like back when I was at school, you had like some music classes and they would teach you. I mean, I never did learn. I tried to learn how to play the trumpet. I just no musical skills.
Right.
But you don't even have that no more.
Right.
Unless you go to the School of Performing Arts and then you got to pass a certain type
Test
of.
And look.
My daughter got it. That's some of her work.
All right.
Try home. Anyway, shout out to my
But you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's important, and the whole thing about food, because I try to do that when I do like a certain screening or whatever. I get like $1 off every ticket or something like that to the free store food. Because being like hungry and getting up and looking in your refrigerator and there's nothing in it but the back of the refrigerator looking back at you, not good, not good. It's one of those dead tone moments. But hey,
that's when you gotta go to the ramen noodle cabinet. Like.
Always have a stash.
Always have a stash. Well, I'm so glad that we had you come on the show.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
You heated it up down there. You did your thing.
Thank you.
Where can they find you? What do you got anything coming up in the next, like, this probably take a couple of weeks or a week or so before it goes up on the air, but is there anything you want to put out there what's coming up, or a show you got coming up, or?
I am working with the Go Me campaign right now. It's a Get Off of Me campaign with Kurt from Detox.
Okay.
So we have a show coming up with that in the summer, and it is the campaign telling kids that it's okay to tell someone who is touching them inappropriately to get off of me. Right. So that's what that campaign is about. We have that coming up in June. And then we have the Poetry Awards, which I am so excited about. Yours truly was nominated.
Yeah.
Those are coming up in August. August 4th, as a matter of fact. And so I'll be performing at that event, as well as hopefully be walking home with an award.
Oh, you're going to get it.
Yes.
So,
yes. So where can they find you on Facebook? How do they?
I am on Facebook as Gifted Johnson Wilkinson. Again, you can probably type in Gifted and Gifted Johnson Wilkinson will come up.
Type in Gifted, check her out on Facebook.
Please do.
Thank you for coming to the Basement Show. We so love you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, fans felt good. So cool. We already did the screen. The Basement Show is proud to have musical artist Willie D.
So you're lonely and frustrated. Seems like nothing is going your way, but you know you ain't getting no younger. It ain't over till you're 6 feet under. You got some money in your pocket and a roof all over your head, but it seems you lost your hunger. It ain't over till you're 6 feet under. 6 feet under. When the sun hangs up in a big blue sky, we'll let it warm and dry your face. And take a deep breath and remember that not everybody woke up today. So there was always someone you can lean on, even if you have to swallow your pride. Ooh, but only you can find your thunder. Well, it ain't over till you're 6 feet under. 6 feet under. The sun hangs up in a big blue sky. We'll let it warm and dry your face. And Take a deep breath and remember that not everybody woke up today. There is always someone you can lean on, even if you have to swallow your pride. But only you can find your thunder, and it ain't over till you're 6 feet under. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over till you're 6 feet under. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. You're 6 feet under. It ain't over till you're 6 feet under. Only you can find your thunder, and it ain't over till you're 6 feet under.
Coming back in a minute after this break, we're going to talk to my man, Willie D. Y'all sit tight. Stay tuned. The Basement Show. Woo! Yeah, woo!
Cincinnati is the city. That's, you know what I mean.
What up, Cincinnati? Welcome to the Basement Show.
YouTube, Facebook, everybody enjoy it. Worldwide, bring him on, my man, Rye G.
For God so loved the world. That's the first one. You be like, if you don't know that, you ain't no Christian for real. You know.
This little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine, goddamn. I mean, I'm gonna let it shine, goddamn. She like, we going to hell tonight. Look at her. You know, a lot of times when I hit the stage, the laughs, it won't be when you see everybody just cracking up laughing. The laughs, they kind of evolve in the laughter because it's something people got to think about a little bit, and then they get to laughing at it because they realize they're laughing at themselves.
It's one of my favorite songs from my mentor, Gerald Levert. Yeah. Produce, play everything, you know, from keys, bass, guitar, kit, you know, which drums, we call it kit now, right? So, and you know, just have my hand in a little bit of everything on the screen.
Never had time no more, and I'm feeling put down. You're with your friends at night, when it used to be me. Then I'm loved just go tired.
We can just groove to that right there. Just sit back. See, that's one of them tracks like back in my days when I could still smoke weed and didn't have to worry about pissing in the cup. That's one of them tracks, man. I could have just sat back on the porch, man, and just been like, let me stop that. We got the musician that just killed it over there on the stage, Willie D. Brought it to the Basement Show.
Happy to be here, man. This is just too cool. Cool.
You see, but you got that vibe. You know, your vibe is like right for our show. You know?
Right.
That's
The hat tell it all.
Yeah.
They got a good more than me hat.
And dig, I'm sober too. So. I did. I had to sit down real quick for a while because, you know, Gifted just brought it, man.
Let's give another.
I had to remain seated for a couple of minutes, if you know what I'm saying.
Nobody want to get poked in the eye.
You want to stab somebody in the eye. You don't want all the sweat dripping on you. But you just did your thing.
Yeah.
And, tell me about this.
I'm just real happy to be here. This was a project. There's a local outfit that it's Save Our Strays. It's about they're really trying to educate people to neutering and like that, you know. So and this is like the 5th volume, and they had picked up one of my other songs on one of their other tracks too. So they were just real nice to put that on there. And this is all, of course, to raise money for not for us musicians who have no money either.
Join the game of being an artist, you know, we're all broke.
I'm just really happy to be here because, man, I remember, you know, I watched your show back in the 40s.
So you that guy?
Yeah, I was that guy. Because I was like, wow, that's Lady J, really, you know, and then met Larry, and
Larry was like one of the first guests. Lady J, I think, was like second or third. And Lady J, she hit me up on like, that's what, like when MySpace ruled the social network, she hit me up and she was like, how can a sister get on the show? You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, if you comfortable coming down here in my basement, you can come on.
You know, I missed MySpace. You're right. I used to call it My Face. You know,
I did too.
all that electronic misery.
It was cool. See, the cool thing, what I like about MySpace, and I'm getting off the subject because I want to talk more about you, but I just like the fact that it was sort of like your own sort of like website. When you go there, you can have your music, your photos, your video, everything's set right there. Facebook, I mean, it's cool, but
it's not the same.
Bring it back.
Facebook made me, shoot. With my popularity, it made me.
Facebook, yeah, MySpace was like,
I'm sorry, MySpace.
that set everything off for me. That's what got me sort of. So, how long? Is you from Cincinnati?
Actually, I was born here, but didn't grow up here. How's it go? I was half raised here. Dad was a minister and an evangelist, and so we traveled a lot when I was a kid. I grew up all over the country. I guess probably spent more time in Los Angeles as a child, but it was all over the place. And then by the time I was in high school, we went on the road full time in the last couple of my high school years. So that's how messed up I am.
So you mean on the road was on the road as a family traveling? Or
yeah, I was traveling with my family. We were gospel singers, and yeah, I mean that is kind of all over the place. Yeah.
So your family had like a gospel group and stuff? That's cool.
It was a gospel group. We
what was your name back then?
Just the Williams family back then. He used to write a lot of music and actually stuff that was published in the hymnals and stuff like that. But he had a real affinity for the gospel music that, like when I was a kid, I got to see, I'm really lucky, I'm giving my age away too, but I got to see Mahalia Jackson 3 times.
Oh, wow.
You know, the staple singers or something with his
Oh,
dad.
yes.
Now, this is when they were still gospel.
Right.
Before they went secular. So I was real fortunate to grow up in Los Angeles around that. When our church service was over, that is, you know, Dad had a church in LA. We'd jump in the car and drive down to Watts because there was one of the first integrated churches in, what was it called? Sky Pilot was the name of the church, and it was wild, man. I mean, it was completely integrated. This was the 60s. So, and only in California, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't Mississippi.
No.
It wasn't happening down there at that time.
No, it wasn't. And then when Dad decided to get off the road, then I decided to go then find my fame and fortune in rock and roll, which never happened. And played around for about 2 or 3 years before actually getting serious, and came back and got into radio and worked in the studios. Cincinnati used to be a big studio town. I was telling you the other day that I came in right after King had just shut down, and so there was all these great musicians running around playing at different places. Mine mostly was QCA, was a Queen City album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, down on Spring.
I've got some albums done made.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Right?
So you got the chance to, still play with some of the.
I got to, I was smart enough to keep my mouth shut. Yeah, so I got to play with some of the big guys, but I was just a kid watching and learning.
Yeah,
that's the key thing.
He got that voice like my grandfather used to have, like run me my money. He got that Ted Williams type of voice, to make you listen. He could be a monster with that.
Well, I paid for this.
Okay.
Radio school, right? So it's not natural. I normally talk.
So like, are you like a trained musician, a self-educated musician?
I was trained, but it's been so long ago, and it's like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So my ability to read music was pretty much gone by the time I got here, and it didn't matter. They had the studios had a different form of music. It was called the number system. That was pretty much a Nashville thing, and so although I just learned how to do it that way, and so now that's the way musicians talk, isn't it?
I mean,
that number thing.
I've been that guitar that I purchased that. Trying to play.
When was the last time you played that?
I suck at it, man. I just can't get it. I don't have the dexterity for the thing.
Maybe
I'm missing the
put a
string.
little something sweet on there.
Missing the string on it.
Yeah, it is missing a string.
So I got frustrated.
You don't need that string.
I got one like this. Mine's a lot older and more, road worn.
Right.
And has it been played?
Yes, it has been played, and it's been dropped quite a few times.
That one looks pretty right there.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious about artists. Is it from spoken word, painters, whatever? What is it that drew you in and made you say, I want to be a musician. I want to be on the stage. I want to be whatever performing.
It's kind of funny because I really didn't want to. Dad, that was his idea, and I was made to sing. I mean, when I was 6 years old, I knew all 3-part harmony, and we were in church 4, 5, 6 nights a week.
Amen to
that.
You're recovering from that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like a lot of people say, oh, you're just, you're gifted. No, I'm not gifted. I worked for this. My dad had me singing since I was 4 years old, now in front of people since I was 6. So, for a long time, I jumped. I had to raise family.
Right.
So I had to jump off there and go get real work. I was fortunate enough to get in the corporate world for a while until I got too old and they didn't want me there. And but that's all right. I jumped back into music, and it's been cool. It's been cool. I got to have some great friends working in Cincinnati. There's so many talented people.
Yeah.
And it's a really heavy scene. There's a lot of players.
Yeah.
So it's real easy to get lost in the woodwork. But it's just really cool, man, to and being here. We're working on something right now that's we really can't talk that much about, but it's fun, and she's an award-winning, Emmy-winning producer, so she had something called Pinky and the Brain.
She had something called.
My show back in the day.
Just a little
Take it over. That's what I used to watch.
And she's just wonderful. She's writing. She asked me if I would write some music for her because she was lyricist. She's so smart. I wrote a couple of songs for her, and now she don't need me anymore, man. She's writing me 50 songs she's written in the last couple of years, and so we're trying to work on that project. Her name is Liz Holzman, and I just had. Now this is just for fun. Just put a little band together with some friends. It's called Misdemeanor, and it's Mista.
Misdemeanor.
And it's just a lot of old school rock and funk and all like that, just having fun. And they asked why the name, and I said, well, because you can get in trouble. You just don't go to jail.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Misdemeanor.
I like that. Y'all gotta come on the show one day.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I met one of them. He actually found me. This is kind of weird, but I was telling you the other day about this great old cat, Russell Gibbons.
Yeah.
That he taught Bootsy and Bootsy's brother Catfish a lot of licks and how basically made that intro.
Right.
Yeah. And the guy that used to play this guy used to play at church with this drummer that I now work with. Well, we play together at church on Sunday, and then we play in the other places. And like I said, he came to me through. It was almost as if Russell touched my life again. Russell passed about 5 years ago, and but he helped so many musicians out in this town. And then when they found out about me, they thought, I wonder if it's that crazy white boy. Is that the same guy? And so they came and dug me up, and they're like, oh man, would you come play and sing in church? So these guys, it's old school, man. It's
Right,
the big Hammond B3 with pedals and drummer, and it's just tearing me up. I mean, I'm just having a lot of fun. So, just staying busy and thank God for that. So you might want to keep that up. And then Willie D, that's kind of hard to forget. Just and I've got a what is that like I said, that electronic misery page. Facebook.
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation. I even remembered my MySpace password this week.
I had a different email for that, so I can't even send it to that email. That's just can't access email. I know. I have so many passwords now, and we was talking about this, and I never did quite finish that.
Yeah,
when I was telling you about
because I was talking.
Yeah, but it's like this cat really is in a lot of ways is kind of the reason why I started doing this again because
me?
Yeah, seriously, I remember when we was on MySpace and I was seeing some of the stuff he was doing. I was like, this guy probably won't come in my basement to perform, but I'm gonna try anyway. And so I sent you out a message about doing this basement show and could you come and do something, and you said, hey, I'm doing some things, and when I get time, we'll do something. And we kind of back and forth.
I didn't think you meant it though.
But you had sent me a message a few months ago, and you had this different profile pic.
Right.
You communicate with so many people on Facebook now.
Yeah.
And I saw this message and I was reading it and I'm like, who is this? And he was like, where's that basement show, dude? I dug that show. You need to get that back online. And then when I clicked on your page and I'm like, oh yeah, that's that cat from Facebook, And that kind of I was already sort of in that area of thinking about doing this again, but having people that watched the show back then, and I run into them sometime, they're like, where's that show at? And I was like, okay, everybody keeps saying this stuff. The planets must be lining up for me to do this, and so you was one of those planets that lined up. Well, we want to thank you for coming on the Basement Show. We want you to come back with your group.
Without a doubt.
It's the Mr. Do y'all thing on the Basement Show.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
I hope y'all enjoy having Willie D do his thing. Let's give him a
Say one thing before we leave.
What's that?
Can you look at the camera and all those people that missed out on something good and tell them, run me my money?
Right, I was gonna say.
Run me my money.
That's coming from Willie D. We want y'all to check us out again. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Make sure you like our page. We're on there at The Basement Show 38. We had a great time. Willie D in the house. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My girl, Miss Good Cookie, send me a applause.